Like most of you that commented what your biggest kitchen struggle, I heard variety. I hear that a lot actually. Cooking for one, you hate cooking, I got you. Meal planning and not knowing what's up at mealtime, like it's late, right? So if you knew Epicure probably 15 years ago, it's a lot different than it is now. We had a lot of like dip mixes and jar blends, but what we're doing now is taking giving you convenience with those wholesome blends that are like non-GMO, low sodium, gluten-free, no artificial stuff, and we're making them in convenient mixes so you don't have to have 1,000 ingredients just to make one meal off of Pinterest, right? So I thought I would go run through a bunch of my favorites, and I got some variety for you, okay? All right, so here we go. Are you ready? So we've got Azteca tortilla soup. I love this one. You just need a can of crushed tomatoes, water, and black beans. Now that's the basic soup, but you could add leftover taco meat to this, and it's all in the toppings on this one. So you've got to add crushed tortilla chips and maybe some sour cream at least on top. Okay, it's all in the toppings for this one. I love this one. It's dirt cheap to make with a can of crushed tomatoes. Thai coconut soup. This one is awesome if you want takeout at home. It's nice and bright and fresh flavor, and something really different, and it's easy. Coconut milk, water, some sweet potatoes, our suggestion, mushrooms, baby bok choy, but again, you can do your own thing and add carrots or whatever veggies you want. Hearty Minestrone. This one, I saw a really cool post in the consultant page that they uncased like Italian sausage and crumbled it up, cooked in the soup, added some cooked rice and called it stuffed pepper soup with the Hearty Minestrone, and they topped it with a little bit of cheese. Again, all these packages are, you know, suggestions, and you'll see what I mean. So the home-style creamy chicken stew, you can make this stew. If you have cooked chicken, it comes together so fast, especially with the steamer for the potatoes. You can steam them up really quick, and you can make chicken pot pie out of this one too, okay? So that is a great one. Now this one, hearty beef stew. I love this one, but it's a stronger one. So that means you can either use half the pack or you can double it up really easy. So it's got rosemary in it and black pepper. So those that's what makes it strong. It's not it's not salt that makes it strong. So you have options with this one, but just know a little goes a long way. But it's so easy. Just stewing beef, tomato paste, because that tenderizes the beef, baby carrots, mini potatoes. That's all you really have to have. And I throw in an onion just because I can. Tropical pineapple chicken. You just chuck all those veggies in a bowl with the chicken, throw in the seasoning, throw it on a sheet pan, and cook it for 16 minutes. And you can do rice in a steamer in about 10 minutes, and dinner's done. So it's really a fast and easy one. Sweet garlic chicken. This one too, it says chicken thighs on the pack. You could use whatever kind of chicken you want, but it's so tender. And you can throw in sweet potatoes in the bowl. Shake this on both the chicken and the sweet potatoes. It's sweet garlic chicken, and it's really delicious. I haven't met anyone that's had complaints about this one. This one's a favorite. And again, you just dump it on a sheet pan and cook it for 18 minutes at the most. So those ones are super easy. The sheet pan dinner is a huge hint that's coming up soon. Okay, classic meatloaf. Don't just think about meatloaf. You could think about meatballs, possibly burgers even. With this one, you just throw it in ground beef and make the ketchup topping, and it's super fast and easy and a real comfort food kind of night. Now, enchilada is a good example of many of these meal solutions being vegan. So this one here, it will call for black beans as the protein. So this is the sauce mix. You just mix it up with tomato paste and water, and maybe a squirt of lime juice. You put half in either you use black beans or you could use cooked chicken. So you could put half the sauce in cooked chicken, shred it up, and then fill a tortilla shell with that saucy chicken and some corn and some cheese. You roll them up, throw them in a pan, and put the other half of the sauce on, cheese on top, maybe some cilantro. And that's a good example of how versatile they are. So shepherd's pie, you can sub the meat for lentils. Same with the beef stew, it's vegan if you use lentils. Enchiladas, you can use beans. Pulled chicken, you can use beans instead of chicken, so and so on. Yeah, a lot of fancy air fryers out there. Mine has a rotisserie, and I also have a rotisserie on my barbecue, but did you see the steamer video that you could do a small little chicken in the steamer in about 17 minutes? So here's a rotisserie chicken spice, and you can use it on chicken breasts or anything else too. There's no rules, right? Okay, crispy crunchy lettuce wrap. This one suggests ground pork. Ground pork's actually pretty cheap. So you drain it really well. You put the seasoning in with some bell peppers, sesame oil, and soy sauce. This makes lettuce wraps, but you could also make like a salad out of it, a Buddha bowl, egg roll in a bowl. That's a good one for this one, crispy crunchy lettuce wrap. It's a great flavorful, something different. Got an Asian flair, definitely. General Tao, it's not real spicy, but it does have like a very mild little kick, I would say. So you can, if you're gluten-free, you can take, you probably already know this, but you can take chicken, coat it in cornstarch, fry it up until it's kind of crispy, and then you make the sauce and you toss it in. You've got this saucy, crispy chicken that you can top over rice. And it's really a bright flavor again, and it's like an Asian takeout. So this is definitely better than takeout, for sure. Honey garlic meatball. This one is my favorite, and I have made the honey garlic meatballs, but I love it on air fryer chicken wings. So the sauce comes together in literally 2 minutes. It's just water and a tablespoon of honey with the mix. It thickens up in the pan literally in 2 minutes, and I just throw my wings in there cooked and toss them on, and it's super fast. I love honey garlic anything, so that one is a great one. Pulled chicken, this one I love in the steamer. Mix the sauce in the steamer, ketchup, brown sugar, and vinegar, and then I throw my chicken in the sauce and I steam it for maybe, 8 minutes. It depends on how full you do it and how good your microwave is. And then I shred it up, and if it needs to go longer, but it's really saucy and sweet barbecue in the steamer. And in the slow cooker, you just watch that, because if you go too long, it will soak it up, and the steam evaporates it, so it maybe be a little bit more dry if you don't watch it in the slow cooker. Okay, so those are just a few of my favorites, and we do have some desserts. Of course, and they're all gluten-free, but these ones are my favorite. The Chocolatey Temptation Cupcake mix is a great mix. It's gluten-free, and no one's gonna know. It's so soft, light, and fluffy. I'm making these for my son's birthday party on the weekend, because there's a gluten-free kid in the group. So I got that score. Banana mix. So you know how you lie to yourself about those bananas? Well, you can actually do it, and they're like, it's for real, guys. Okay, so it's all you need is 2 of those medium ripe bananas, 2 eggs, oil, and mix. And you could do a loaf, you could do cupcakes or whatever, muffins I mean, and you can add chocolate chips and measure with your heart, right? Okay. And of course we've got old school caramel. This is nothing like the bottle. That's delicious. And lemon curd, so you can make those tartlets in literally 2 minutes in the microwave. It's just eggs, 3 eggs and water with this mix, and you thicken it up in the microwave, let it sit for a minute, and then pour it into the tartlets. Yum, it's so delicious. And unlike the boxed one in the store, this one is lower in the sugar, no artificial ingredients, and so it's just a better choice. Okay, and I got the cupcakes. So those are some variety, okay? And I wanted to just not let this go by, but we have launched on the 15th, which was Tuesday, an epic surprise box. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I did definitely want to tell you. if you like getting surprise subscription boxes, a lot of people get it for things that they may not necessarily even need, but they think it's fun, right? So Epicure has decided to do a surprise box every month, and what you get is 7 meals, and for every 7 meals every month that you get, they donate 7 meals to charity. Okay, so in your box you get 7, charity gets 7, a dessert, an exclusive surprise, a sample pack, and a QR code where you scan your phone, all the recipes and grocery lists come up. But there will also be companion videos that I'll be doing in my VIP group every month as I get the box too. Because like I said, every package has a bunch of different uses. So this is what the box looks like, okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meals. Okay, so if one of these saved you from going through the drive-through, I'd probably bet that it would save you about $35 at least, right? Well, $35, so then you get the dessert and the Epic Surprise exclusive, plus the sample pack. That's $35 with free shipping every month. And because it's food, there's no tax. So $35 every month to your door, and we'll have a little subscription club going on in my VIP. So if you're interested in that, your first box is able to be ordered through Shelby's party, and it will count towards her party. You can cancel it at any time. The best subscription to go with is the 12-month, because at the 6-month mark, you get a $20 voucher for free product, and then at the 12-month mark, you'd get a free box, right? And think of all those donated meals along the way for the 12 months. But again, it's hassle-free cancellations at any time during that. So it's not like a minimum commitment or anything like that. Okay, honey garlic sauce, Julie. I think that's what you wanted. Okay. Oh, okay, so now we can get to the cooking, I think. And we're doing cake and steak. So let's start with the steak. And I have the package here somewhere. Oh, it's buried. Okay. Philly cheesesteak. Okay, so I just pulled this out of the oven. It's still hot, but look at that. So all I did, now what I've been really into lately is going to, if you have a Costco membership, you know those 2 beef roasts in the package for like, I don't know, they range, they could be $35, maybe $40. So I freeze them individually and then I cut them up for whatever I need. I don't necessarily make beef roasts, okay? So I cut up a beef roast, and it's kind of good when you're feeling stabby, you know, like not every day is good, right? I don't know, maybe it's just me. So I like to cut it up, and then I put it in one of our produce savers, put the meat in. I like peppers, so I put in the peppers, I put in onions and mushrooms. If you want it vegan, you could just do a whole ton of mushrooms. Then a little bit of oil, you shake it up. And then the, here it is. Then the seasoning, you just dump that on all of it, shake it up. It's really fun. And I refrigerate it. Actually, I cut it up this morning. I could have done it last night, and I let it sit in it. You don't have to, but it's nice because when you're tired, when you come home, all I had to do was just take this whole blend and dump it onto this sheet pan and throw it in the oven for about 16 minutes. And then when 16 minutes goes by, you put the cheese on and you let it go till you're happy, okay? So what I love about this Philly cheesesteak is that, yes, you could put it on, make it on sandwiches, right? But it's low carb too. So you could put, you could do stuffed peppers with this. You could do lettuce wraps if you wanted. You could do it in ground beef instead of steak and do wraps with it. What else? You could do salads and Buddha bowls, kind of like a deconstructed, you know, sandwich in a salad. And yeah, so the nice thing too is that, you know, if you are just cooking for 1 or 2, you could totally make this and individually portion it up and, you know, freeze a couple and have a couple for either the week and then have some for later for quick and easy lunch or dinner. So that is what I love about the Philly cheesesteak, but I feel like I'm cheating on my steamer tonight because this is the first online class that I have not showcased the steamer, so I feel a little bad. No, this is not an amount for 1 or 2. So you could totally like keep a couple for this week and then maybe freeze a couple individual portions for next week kind of thing. So it's a little bit of food prep. So the nice thing about this, I want to show you, this sheet pan, is the liner. It's hard because it's hot, so I don't want to. Okay, maybe I will get a hot thingy. Because again, I usually show the steamer. Okay, so you see this here? This purple liner has a rim around the whole edge. So nothing goes underneath it and it keeps the whole pan clean. So while this metal sheet pan is not really dishwasher friendly, it'll lose its shine, that's pretty much it. But you don't need to wash it because this silicone sheet pan, nothing sticks to it. The cheese that's baked on will just fall off, you see? And it's great as instead of foil as well. So if I'm doing a frozen lasagna or something like that, instead of foil, I just lay that silicone mat on top. So it's great. You never need parchment, you never need foil, and you never need to wash your sheet pan again, and it'll stay brand new forever. So that's kind of awesome with this sheet pan.